It's interesting because two countries are claiming the new Pope, of course, the United States, hailing it as the first American Pope in history, and Peru. The new Pope does have joint citizenship for both the United States and Peru. Born in Chicago in September 14, 1955. His father was of French and Italian descent, and his mother of Spanish descent. And then his father was a US Navy veteran in World War II. The south side of Chicago, the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV, was an altar boy there. He then joined the Augustine order, and he's the first Augustine Pope. He has spent 11 years or so in Peru in some of the poorer neighbourhoods there, which I think would have appealed to the previous pontiff, because that's the sort of social work that this new Pope and the previous Pope both valued. And so now in the United States, Donald Trump has said it's such an honour to realise that he's the first American Pope. What excitement Donald Trump put on social media, and what a great honour for our country. I look forward to meeting Pope Leo XIV. It will be a very meaningful moment. The President of Argentina, and again, this is where South America is now claiming the new Pope, he says the forces of heaven have given their verdict clearly. No more words, Your Honour. Barack Obama he's delighted with the Chicago connection, being of course from Chicago himself. Barack Obama has said, Michelle and I send our congratulations to a fellow Chicagoan, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV. This is a historic day for the US, and we will pray for him as he begins the sacred work of leading the Catholic Church and setting an example for so many regardless of faith. Now, it looks like that this new Pope will continue the progressive or left of centre slant of the Vatican, and that became clear, or there were suggestions of that in February this year, when then Cardinal Robert Prevost, the new Pope, put out a statement essentially saying the US Vice President J.D. Vance was wrong. That was significant because the Vice President here, Vance, is a recent convert to Catholicism.
I was shocked, John, when I saw that, because I thought when you got a huge role, like immediately, well, before it's announced, you would delete your Twitter account if you're the new Pope. But there we have it. His X account is still live, which is incredible. What do we know about his life prior to this ascension to the papacy?
Well, we know that he was, born in 1955, an altar boy at a church on the south side of Chicago. He studied a degree of science and mathematics at Villanova University in Pennsylvania in the late 1970s. The new Pope speaks 5 languages, including he can read Latin, and he spent his career in Peru as a minister, as a missionary, and then as Archbishop in Chiclayo in Peru. So a very international background, someone obviously with 5 languages, and I imagine that those skills with languages and clearly his intellectual strength would have helped him. His knowledge of canon law would have helped him in terms of appealing to a lot of the other cardinals in that conclave.